welcome to the 100 Club of DuPage County's annual meeting and 30th anniversary. So we are happy that you're all here. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to just remain seated, and I'd like to introduce and welcome the firefighters, Highland Guard of Naperville at this time.
Flagmen, prepare to post the colors. Ready? Post! Uniformed personnel, military, present! Art!
And thus be it ever, when free men shall stand between their loved homes and the war's desolation. Blessed with victory and peace, may the heavens rescued land praise the power that hath made and preserved us a nation. Then conquer we must, when our cause it is just, and this be our motto: in God is our trust. For the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Order! Huh! Axemen, post! Flagmen, post! Forward, march! Ready. 1, 2.
Now we'd like to have you stand and remain standing as we have our invocation given by Chaplain Jeannie Swanson from the Addison Fire Protection District.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for giving me the honor this evening of leading us in prayer. Would you join me for a moment? God among us, it is with humility and gratitude that we gather here this evening. We thank you for the families that you've given us, the heroes you've put into our lives. We ask that you would bless those that we honor this evening, guide and protect them as they serve and encourage us in times of challenge. Compassionate God, comfort our hearts as we remember those that we miss. These special people cannot be replaced in our lives, but we honor their memories by living lives that reflect their values and strive toward continuing their goals. We remember tonight your servant Bill Mueller and ask your continued healing for his family. We also remember all of the police officers and firefighters and officers who have died this past year. For those in our own families, we also ask you to give us your comfort and your peace. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor their memories. Bless the food, Lord God, that we are provided with today, and bless those who have provided it for us and prepared it. May we use this opportunity to strengthen our resolve to do what is right for our families, our communities, and all those whom we serve. Guide and protect us, most gracious God, we pray in your name. Amen.
We thank you all for coming and for your continued support of this wonderful organization. I'd like to just have a few words before we have our dinner served to us. So if you just direct your attention up here for a couple of minutes, we'll get this thing said and done. I'd like to direct everyone's attention to the materials at your table. Each of you should have a program guide to follow along throughout the evening. In the guide, you will also find a copy of our club's annual report. In addition, there is a brochure that explains all the details of the club and includes a membership donation form. I encourage anyone here who is not already a member to fill out the application and join this worthy cause. Finally, we have a social media firm. We are asking everyone to fill out with your 30th anniversary commemorative green pen. Green is the theme for 30th anniversaries, and so you may have noticed the color weaved throughout the event. The social media forms are being collected in order for the club to become more technically friendly. You can now find our club on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we also have a newly revamped website with the ability to make donations online. So check us out on the web. We're honored to have a number of dignitaries and community leaders with us tonight. So please stand and be recognized when your category is announced. We're going to be doing this in groups. Introduction of the appellate court from the 2nd District, Justices Joseph Burkett and Justice Michael Burke. Would you stand? The introduction of any DuPage County officials. Stand and be recognized. Any county officials here tonight? Now, this is a big one. Introduce all the municipal elected, appointed officials and stand and be recognized. So if you're elected and you're from the city, stand up and be recognized. Introduction of fire police officials. Stand and be recognized. Members of the 100 Club show the men and women who serve and protect us that their sacrifices, their lives, and their families are important to us. We are dedicated to helping families of police officers and firefighters who put their lives on the line for us every day doing a dangerous job we cannot do ourselves. That is why we honor those individuals actually with the Valor Award dinner. It is my pleasure to recognize our past Valor Award winners at this time. So anyone that is a past Valor Award winner, please stand up. Also here that we have a charter member of our club here today, Rick Franz, one of our charter members. Would you stand, please, and be recognized? There he is. This is a real success tonight because of you. Each one of you has come here to enjoy the celebration and commemorate our Medal of Honor and Valor. And we just thank you for being here. Dinner's going to be served in a few minutes, followed by our tonight's program. Thank you. Enjoy the evening. Continue with our program by saying that it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker for some special presentations. But before I do, let me tell you a little bit about her. Henry Kissinger once said, "The task of the leader is to get his people from where they are to where they have not been." That is exactly what this leader is doing for the 100 Club. It seems fitting that at the onset of starting our 31st year as a club in 2013, we have a leader moving us to think beyond our traditional means of operation to expanding and growing our organization. She is energetic and enthusiastic and cares deeply about the work we do as a club. Please join me in welcoming our president, Lisa Savanago.
Thank you, George. I also wanted to take this moment to introduce John E. Gordon from the Chicago Police Memorial Foundation. He is here on behalf of the Executive Director of Phil Klein. So, Mr. Gordon, thank you for coming out. One more thing, there is this piece of paper that was by your place setting. Please fill it out so you can become part of our email, social media family. We want to stay connected. Well, we're already connected already, but let's get connected through the internet. Please fill those out and just place them right by that cool circular mirror that's in front of you and just leave them there. We'll collect them later. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I am honored to work with such a wonderful board of directors who have volunteered their time to make this club what it is today. And I want to thank you for being here this evening to support the 100 Club's important mission on our 30th anniversary of service. And please allow me to take a moment to recognize tonight's dinner sponsors who gave so generously this year. These companies and individuals have contributed $500 and up to tonight's event. Air One Equipment, Vifus Midwest, Sawyer Felduto Asset Management, Will Gillette, Havas Condon Bersani, Paramedic Services of Illinois, Addison Britz, Kelly Cooper Gilbert, and Dinolfo, Nameplate Panel Technology, and also Barbara Vector. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Michael Ladon from DuPage County, board member from District 2, for a special presentation. Please welcome Mr. Michael Ladon.
And good evening, everyone. And I'm very honored to be here this evening amongst so many public servants, especially our police officers. It's really nice to see you here in front of me now instead of in my rearview mirror. And our firefighters, but we never see the firefighters, although I am a licensed EMT, so to my firefighter brethren, stay with it, guys. On behalf of the DuPage County Board, thank you so very much for having me here this evening. Chairman Dan Cronin couldn't be here tonight, but the entire county board salutes the 100 Club for your years of service to the community and to our men and women in service to our communities. We have a proclamation that I have, a resolution of commendation that I'd like to read this evening. To the 100 Club of DuPage County for their 30th anniversary. Whereas the 100 Club of DuPage County, 100 Club, is a private, non-profit charitable organization incorporated under the laws of the state of Illinois since 1982. And whereas the 100 Club is celebrating its 30th anniversary of providing assistance to families of law enforcement and firefighting personnel who have been killed, injured, or otherwise stricken while residing or working in our DuPage County. And whereas the members of the 100 Club show the men and women who serve and protect our families, loved ones, and property that their sacrifices, their lives, and their families are important to the people of DuPage County. And whereas the 100 Club is dedicated to helping families of law enforcement and firefighting personnel who put their lives on the line for us every day, doing a dangerous job we cannot ourselves do. And whereas when tragedy strikes our valued public servants, the 100 Club is there to lend assistance and comfort to ease the resulting financial burdens on the families of the brave men and women who sacrifice their lives and well-being for the public good. Therefore, now, be it resolved that I, Daniel J. Cronin, Chairman of the DuPage County Board and members of the DuPage County Board, do hereby proclaim the 100 Club of DuPage County to be an exemplary organization celebrating its 30th year of service to DuPage County's public safety personnel and their families, and call upon all citizens to support its mission in DuPage County, enacted this 23rd day of October 2012 in Wheaton, Illinois, signed Daniel J. Cronin, Chairman of the DuPage County Board.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, and for your work on the DuPage County Board. And he's not listening to me. Send regards to your chairman, Dan Cronin, and your fellow board and the 4 other board members for this. Thank you. Okay. We have another proclamation tonight from our Governor, Pat Quinn's office. And here to represent Governor Quinn is Lieutenant Colonel Terry Lemming of the Illinois State Police.
Proclamation presented this 30th day of October 2012. Whereas all citizens owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to the dedicated men and women of law enforcement and fire rescue who selfishly serve to protect our lives and keep our families and communities safe. And whereas every day these men and women face great risk and in many cases put their safety on the line to perform their duties, and whereas the 100 Club of DuPage County in Naperville, Illinois offers assistance to families of law enforcement and firefighting personnel who have been killed, injured, and otherwise stricken while residing or working in the county. And whereas the 100 Club of DuPage County visits the family of the fallen within 24 hours to express sympathy and to present grieving family with a check to assist with immediate cash needs. In addition, follow-up visits are arranged to offer further appropriate financial assistance. And whereas the 100 Club of DuPage County's efforts demonstrate a sentiment all Illinoisans share that the men and women who serve and protect us and their sacrifices, their lives, and their families are important to us. And whereas the 100 Club of DuPage County will mark its 30th anniversary on October 30th, 2012, during their annual Valor dinner meeting and awards banquet, a significant milestone for any organization. Whereas this event presents an excellent opportunity to reflect back on all they have accomplished over the past 30 years and make plans for the future of the organization that will build on past successes. The longevity is surely a testament to the quality of the services provided and relationships developed over the years. And therefore, I, Pat Quinn, Governor of the State of Illinois, do hereby recognize and commend the 100 Club of DuPage County for their service in the community on the occasion of the 30th anniversary and encourage all citizens to join in honoring their efforts. Pat Quinn, Governor of the State of Illinois. It's a very big confirmation. That's why it took so long.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Colonel. And please send our regards to the governor and to the staff. Thank you very much. At this point in the program, I am required to call our annual meeting to order. Please refer to your program on your table for the financial status of the club. As all of you can see, we have some funds and reserves, but as we grow as an organization, we also need to increase our funds. So if any of you have charity events that you are involved in, we would love you to consider using your event to raise funds and awareness for the 100 Club. For my President's report, I am proud to report that after 30 years of serving the DuPage County community, the 100 Club is undergoing some restructuring so we can become a better organization and continue to serve our law enforcement and firefighter personnel for many years to come. In the past year, we have hired a public relation firm to help us recognize ourselves and make us a competitive nonprofit group. We conducted a feasibility study that some of you may have participated in order for us to seek out ideas and suggestions on how we can improve as an organization. In addition, we also hired a social media company that has revamped our website, added the ability to accept donations online, and create an online presence for us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So please, again, be sure to check out our updated website and other social media outlets and fill out that form on your table so you can become an active participant in our social media outreach. We will continue to uphold the traditions and values that our founders of the club has established 30 years ago, but with all things, change in some form is inevitable. In order for us to compete as a nonprofit in this new economy, we will be looking to expand our services to the individuals and families we serve and look to grow our membership and board of directors. We will be looking for more corporate involvement from companies within DuPage County, and we hope to be a more visible organization in all of our communities. And it's the dedication of my board members that makes all of this possible. So to my board of directors, please stand as I call your name. John Feldudo. Carl Oddison. Mayor A. George Pradle. Joseph Schultz, who's not here with us tonight. Mayor Gail Smolinski. And Barbara Vector. And myself, Lisa Sabanago. Are there any more nominations to the board of the floor? Are there any more nominations to the board from the floor? Are there any more nominations to the board from the floor? Nominations are now on the floor. Is there a motion to elect elect the proclaimed nominees for the board of directors? Thank you. Is there a second? All in favor? All opposed? Any opposed? So moved. Thank you. The board of directors will elect their officers at the December meeting. I would like now to thank my liaisons, my chiefs that come to the board meetings to give us information about what's happening through DuPage County. And starting with my police, Chief Bob Porter from Downers Grove. Where are you? Chief Ray Byrne from Lombard. And from the fire side, Chief Bob Tanucci from Roselle. And from York Center Fire Protection District, Chief Andy Renomo. Thank you for all the work you do. Another special thank you is to our Executive Secretary, Judy Sanders. Where is she? She put this dinner tonight together with our board member, Barbara Vector. Thank you for all the work you've done on the dinner tonight. Also, a special appreciation to Richard Brink and also the Hilton, and our film director, producer Paul Thompson. This is for you, buddy. Do I have a motion to adjourn our official annual meeting and proceed with tonight's program? Second, thank you. All in favor? So moved. Meeting adjourned. And now, I would like to bring back our Master of Ceremonies, Mayor George Bradle, for a special memorial tribute.
You want to hold that or you want it in there? Put it in there? Oh, you're good. Let me take this all the way.
Well, thank you, Lisa. In September, the 100 Club in the village of Lombard lost a true dedicated public servant to the community of Lombard, President Bill Mueller. Bill was not only our vice president for the club, but he was a member that helped shape the club we are today. He served on our board since 1999, became our secretary in 2000, and our vice president in 2006. As the president of Lombard, no one loved the village more than he did, and he never tired at doing what it took to be sure his residents received the highest quality of services any municipality could offer. As a fellow colleague of mine in the DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference, I was proud to serve with Bill, and we will miss him dearly. I always looked up to him, as all of us had to do. He was a very tall man, but he also had a great spirit about him. And please direct your attention to the screens as we take a few moments to honor our colleague, President Bill Mueller.
What I remember most about Bill Mueller was his extreme dedication. He was one of the most principled people I think I've ever met.
He adored family. He was very devoted to them, very committed to them.
He had a lot of personal touch with people. If he walked into a room, he took the time to go around and shake hands with everybody who was there.
And I don't think there's anyone in the world that could ever love Lombard more than my father did. And down to every single issue. It wasn't, just political. It was about the people.
He was a very caring man, and I think that's probably the best thing that we can remember him.
When Bill became mayor, I had already known him for so many years. It was just like seeing him in just another position. But he loved the village, and that's what he wanted to do, was to strive to make this community an even better place for people to live and work.
He was a great example to us, and he was a great family man. He loved his family, and he was always so proud that he had such a lovely family that supported him so well. And that really helped when he was in our different organizations, because he knew he had the support at home, and he had the support of Lombard.
as much as his involvement and servant to the community that I've talked about, the thing that comes to mind most about being a father is really just how he as well served us as a family. And he was an incredible husband and a great mentor for us to watch. You know, what does a husband and wife relationship and mother and father relationship look like?
Bill's legacy is all around you here in Lombard. I mean, this town, from the time that I moved here until now, has changed dramatically, and it was really because of his leadership. It's a tremendous legacy.
I think he got involved in the 100 Club because he really cares about the police and fire. He cares about people, and he cares about what happens if there's a tragedy. He just had a loving, caring heart.
Bill's role with the 100 Club, he was our vice president. And he was instrumental in organizing our annual dinner and Valor Award every fall. I think that the club was very near and dear to his heart. He loved being a part of it. He was one of the earlier members when the club started back in the 80s. He also helped get the bylaws and the policies and procedures created that we follow today.
Well, I think Bill Mueller was the kind of man, first of all, he always cared about the police officers and firefighters, not only in Lombard, but really anywhere in DuPage County. And at times, if people were in need of financial assistance, such as a Compassion Award, he was always fully in favor of that. When police officers and firefighters were chosen for the Valor Awards, he would love to hear what they had done and how proudly they had served their communities, and he would like to see them honored on the stage every year at the banquet.
I think his philosophy and his memory will continue on. You know, people say, it's kind of like, what would Bill say?
And ultimately, when he retired with American Family, I think that's when he really got to do what he loved, which was serving the town and being with the people.
All of the work that he did that continues even today, and it'll be the building block of tomorrow, and hopefully in the future that the village will continue to grow.
I think the mayor's legacy will be that he always cared about people. He had a strong will. He was a strong man as far as his convictions.
But at the same time, even though he approached things in a business-like manner, he simply had that personality and a personable approach to everything he did that made him a warm person to approach. He was a big man in the community, he was a big man physically, but he was a very friendly man.
So I would like my dad to be remembered really as the person who he was. He was there for everybody, a servant leader. He was, you know, I remember his one of the things he said, his last thing before he passed, was that every day is a gift from God. So enjoy it, enjoy every day.
At this time, I'd like for the loves of his life, Eileen, Donna, and Debbie, to stand. And also the village of Lombard and any officials and staff that we have from the village of Lombard, please stand. He mentored me in many ways, and I followed his direction, and I'll be a better person because of his leadership. Let's move on. Now the 100 Club of DuPage County is proud to announce the 2012 Valor Award recipients. Because the honor guard this year is from the fire side of our organization, we will begin our award recipients with the police.
Good evening. I'm Tom Mulhern, Chief of Police for the Village of Westmont. On Sunday, August 28, 2011, at 9:02 p.m., members of the Westmont Fire Department responded to a medical emergency in Westmont. When the paramedics entered the residence, they found the offender sitting on a bed covered from the waist down by a blanket. As the medics entered the room, the offender removed the blanket and pointed a black revolver handgun at the chest of a medic while shouting, "I am not going." The medics exited the residence and requested police assistance. A neighbor who was in the bedroom fled the room to the outside patio for her safety. Officers John Majeski, Gregory Hausner, Sean Ryan, and David Hamlin responded to the call for assistance involving a man with a gun. When entering the residence, the officers heard sound of a struggle coming from inside the bedroom. Officers observed the offender on the bed holding a revolver handgun. The offender's wife was wrestling with the offender and attempting to remove the gun from his hand. The officers began issuing verbal commands for him to drop the gun. The offender shouted "no" and pointed the gun directly at Officer Majeski. Officer Majeski saw the offender's figure inside the trigger guard. The offender's wife was positioned between the officers and the offender, further complicating this volatile situation. The wife was wrestling with the offender, trying to keep his arms and the weapon down. Concerned for the safety of the wife in the deteriorating tactical situation, Officers Majeski, Hamlin, Hausner, and Ryan rushed the offender to disarm him while moving the wife to a position of safety. Together, the four officers disarmed the offender and took him into custody. Officers later discovered the weapon to be a .22 caliber revolver, fully loaded with 8 .22 caliber rounds of ammunition. These officers placed their safety and lives at risk while performing an outstanding act of bravery, which was undertaken in the face of personal injury and risk to themselves, while recognizing the priority of life posed to the offender and his wife. Their actions were clearly above and beyond the call of duty. As their Chief of Police, I am proud and honored for them to receive the 100 Club of DuPage Award of Valor here tonight.
Thank you, Mayor Pradle. I actually kind of like going first. This is kind of nice, the police guys. Before I call Chief Mulhern up and his brave young officers, I want to make a couple thank yous. First group of people that I want to thank is President Mueller's family. Having served in the Hunter Club for the last 11 years with Bill, I just want you to know how much we appreciate his dedication to all the law enforcement officers throughout DuPage County. So thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for sharing Bill with us. Thank you. I also want to thank all of you for coming this evening. This is 11 years, and this is probably the best turnout that I've seen. So thank you all for coming here and supporting our public safety families. And finally, the Hunter Club Board itself. What a great group of people. On behalf of the DuPage County Police Chiefs Association, we want to thank all of you for your time, your dedication, your thoughtfulness. We don't have a better friend in law enforcement in DuPage County than the Hunter Club, so thank you very much for everything. At this time, I'd like to call up Chief Tom Mulhern, who looked very good in that video, by the way, Tommy. You look good. But I'd like to call up Chief Mulhern and his brave young officers to the podium. This time I'd like to have Chief Mulhern introduce his officer and say a few words.
Thank you, Bob. I'm honored to be here and also introduce you to four outstanding officers of the Westmont Police Department. Starting from my right, Officer Sean Ryan, Officer John Majeski, Officer Greg Hausner, and Officer David Hamlin. Don't drop it.
Do any of you gentlemen would like to say anything?
If I could. I wish to take this opportunity to thank the Hunter Club of DuPage County for the honor to be here tonight to accept this award for myself and the officers. I always wish to like to thank the Hunter Club Board of Directors and the DuPage County Chiefs of Police Association for recognizing the work of these 4 officers. It was most reassuring when I learned of this incident to learn that there was no injury to anyone involved in this incident. On behalf of the men and women of the Westmont Police Department, I want to thank and recognize the efforts of the Hunter Club, its members, towards the police officers, firefighters, and our families. The Hunter Club works and support is truly appreciated, and on behalf of all the firefighters and police officers in DuPage County and in Westmont, we thank you. At this time, so we don't have to hear from all 4 officers, which I'm sure you would, but 3 out of the 4 really, I don't find it hard to believe a police officer doesn't speak, but in this case, they've asked Officer John Majeski to be their representative. So, Officer Majeski.
You gotta take a step. I'll set this down.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the officers here with me, we wish to thank the Hunter Club of DuPage County for bestowing this most prestigious award upon us. We are very humbled, honored to be chosen to receive the Award of Valor. We would also like to thank the Hunter Club for the support and assistance you give to all police officers and firefighters in DuPage County. Knowing you are there in our time of need is most reassuring. We thank you for your continued support, for honoring us as the recipients of the 100 Club's 2012 Valor Award. Thank you.
Good evening, members and supporters of the 100 Club of DuPage County. Thank you for being here tonight, and it is my honor and privilege to bring to you an incident that occurred on October 24th, 2011. Shortly after midnight, the Glenside Fire District was dispatched for a reported house fire. The house fire was about 3 blocks from the station. Upon our arrival, as our members were getting off the vehicle, under the direction of Shift Commander Steve Long, we were informed by Glendale Heights Police Department personnel, Sergeant Mike Skopek, that there were 2 adult victims still trapped inside the house. Firefighters Mike Small and Chris Wallen abandoned the hose line that they were stretching from the vehicle and entered the structure. The fire was below them, there was high heat, 0 visibility, and they went to the 2nd floor and found the first victim, an adult female. They removed her from the structure, and waiting medics, Katie Little and Adam Bizdelik, started life-saving efforts on the front lawn using the air from the air packs that they were wearing. Mike Small and Chris Wallen then re-entered the structure as the fire continued to grow. Visibility was still 0 and the heat climbed. They found the 2nd victim on the 2nd floor, an adult male, and removed him from the structure and brought him out to the front lawn where he too was attended by waiting medics. Both victims were in critical condition and were taken by ambulance to Adventist Glen Oaks Hospital. One was later transferred to Loyola. Both victims have recovered. Due to the efforts of the Glenside Fire District, our personnel, the Glendale Heights Police Department, and surrounding communities that responded on this, we are pleased that we made this rescue and had a successful outcome. Thank you for being here tonight and recognizing us.
To echo Chief Porter, I've been on the as a liaison to the Hunter Club Board for almost 12 years. I can't say enough for what this group of private citizens do in their interest of the police and firefighters in this county. They've come to aid. I've been involved in a lot of different compassion awards, death benefits, and so forth, not to mention the prestigious Award of Valor. What they do is just unbelievable, And I can't say enough on behalf of all the firefighters and police officers within the county. I have to thank one of the founders, Dick Lamb, and one of our prominent leaders in the fire service, many of you know, Chief Paul Becker, who passed a little over a year ago. But he was one of the big instigators to get this off the ground. And he's not here. He's some hard footsteps to follow. With all due respect, I'd just like a round of applause for Paul Becker, one of our fire service leaders. With that being said, tonight's here to recognize those Award of Valor recipients for this year. And I'd like to bring up Chief Russ Wood to introduce and present.
Thank you, Chief. Members of the 100 Club, I appreciate you being here tonight, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Glenside Fire District, thank you for your support and recognizing us. The fire that night was one of those that certainly causes us some great concern. It was close to the firehouse, and we did not know about those scrap victims until we arrived on the scene, and Glendale Heights Police Sergeant Mike Skopek and Don Darby, who were both there, let us know where those people were at, which was critical information for us to make that rescue. So for those of you that use Unified Command, it works, and our relationship with the police department is very strong. I would like to bring up Chris Wallen and Mike Small, the two members that are being recognized tonight. And Mike and Chris, would you please come up? Well, I'm going to do a dangerous thing here because they both can talk. So I'm going to let them choose, and if it gets long-winded, I'll take chief action.
I got it down. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming tonight. First off, I'd like to thank the 100 Club for having us here and giving us this medal. My name? My name is Chris Wallen from the Glenside Fire Protection District. Again, I'd like to thank the 100 Club for having us here and giving us this award. It's very prestigious. We're in a group of people that are heroes and have served the community well. And again, I'd also like to thank my team at Glenside Fire Protection District. Without them, none of this could have been possible. My shift commander at the time, retired firefighter Steve Long, and the other members on my shift that made this possible and made it possible for us to be here. I'd also like to thank Russ Wood, the chief of Glenside Fire Protection District, for offering us a training that made also this possible. Mike?
You're on a roll, keep going.
No.
I'd just like to echo Chris's sentiments. I'm Mike Small, by the way. Thank you, and it's very honored to accept this award on behalf of the entire team that was there that night. We weren't alone in there. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
It's wonderful to be among greatness. Thank you very much. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the members of the 100 Club of DuPage County, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. And I want to thank you, the men and women who are first responders who put your lives on the line for us every day by doing a dangerous jobs we cannot do ourselves. And for the civilians in the room, you can show your gratitude by becoming a member of the 100 Club of DuPage County. So please take those membership brochures from your table. For yourself, pass one out to your friends. By becoming a member, you are showing the men and women who serve and protect us that their sacrifices, their lives, their families are important to us. Now please stand as Chaplain Jenny Swanson will conclude this evening with the benediction, and please remain standing for the retiring of the colors. God bless and be safe. Let us go with God's blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May God's face shine on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord look upon you with favor and grant you and your families God's peace. Amen.
Uniformed personnel, veterans, present. Out. Order. Flagmen, prepare to retrieve the colors. Ready? Retreat. Flagmen, check that. Axes. Post. Flagmen, post. Detail, forward.